Hello and welcome to this week's special presentation, Prepare to Win $2,500. Watch the Jockey Club. Guys, I'm super excited to bring you the special presentation this week. I really think it can be a game changer for everyone. Not only are competitions right around the corner, also some wonderful training is coming your way, and it's free for everybody. So stick around and enjoy the presentation. First announcement to make is we have a Jockey Club portfolio competition coming your way August 1st, 2017. And more competitions are coming. As part of this experience, we're going to unleash some specialized Jockey Club Boot Camp training sessions that are slated to start on Monday next week. And again, everyone will be able to take advantage of the free training. So what is a Jockey Club Boot Camp session? Well, these are going to be specialized training sessions that are going to focus on trading system design and implementation using the Real-Time Genius, RoboTrader, and Derby integration. And don't let that scare you. This is going to be good for everyone that is interested in learning how to create a systematic approach within VectorVest to make money in the stock market. It's going to be top shelf. We've been sort of dealing with this already in the Jockey Club and got some experience behind our belt. And so we're going to build on that, leverage it, and offer it to everyone, again, free of charge. And so the Jockey Club Boot Camp is slated to begin next week on Monday, as I mentioned. Boot Camp training sessions for actual Jockey Club members will be live starting on Monday, June the 19th from 11:30 a.m. Eastern to 12 Eastern Time. Training will continue from that point forward on a daily basis until the first day of the competition on August the 1st. Now these boot camp training sessions, they're also going to be recorded, uploaded, and archived daily to the following website, VectorVest.com/bootcamp. These recordings are going to be free and will be made available to all subscribers. So no matter whether you're a Jockey Club member or not, you'll have access to the video library. Now the Jockey Club Portfolio Competition, the goal of the competition is going to be to develop a trading system using the Derby that makes as much money as possible from August 1st, 2017 to August 31st, 2017. With that in mind, there's going to be some very valuable prizes awarded to our winners of the competition. Grand prize is going to walk away with $2,500. Second place, $1,250. Third place, $625. And so as far as the rules are concerned, they're very straightforward. First, participants are only going to be allowed one entry. You must be a paid Derby subscriber by July 25th, 2017 in order to compete. This competition will run from the opening bell on August 1st to the closing bell on August 31st. Everyone's going to start with a $50,000 hypothetical portfolio. Commissions are going to be set to a penny per share. Margin is not permitted in the competition, and you must fill from Derby within the Portfolio Genius to fill out your baskets of stocks. Your trading system must also be set to maintain at least 5 stocks, and all submissions do become property of VectorVest Incorporated. Just to give you a brief glimpse at what's possible, we've already put together a trading system that's going to be sort of the rabbit in the competition. See if you can beat VectorVest. I've put one together, and as you can see here, the performance has been jaw-dropping. So this portfolio that you're looking at right now was started on March the 8th of this calendar year, and you can see that it's up 12.26%. Now the interesting thing is, on this particular portfolio, I only went about investing half the buying power available. So if it was fully vested, this portfolio would be up to the tune of 24%. You can also see the stocks that are inside, all of which are currently making money. And you can see I took this snapshot as of yesterday on 6/15, and there were trades that went into action yesterday at 9:48. More on all the criteria and things that I've set up for the trading system in a bit. I just wanted to show you that it's also reliable. And so here's another one I started, the same exact trading system. I did start it a couple of months later, and at this point, I'd already seen good performance with the trading system that I developed. I wanted to make sure that it's more robust. So I did start another edition on May the 9th. You can see this one is up nearly 6%. You'll see that it's up 6% real time, at least last time I checked it today, when we look at them live in here in a second. But again, continues to perform well. And so I started another test, and this one was started on May the 19th. And so now the third consecutive test, same exact trading system, same exact rules. This one is just going bananas. It's up nearly 16%. And you can see again some great little stock positions down there at the bottom, all of which are making money. You've got a little mix of stocks in there, as you can see as well. A couple short, a long, followed by a couple of short positions there at the bottom. Each one of those stocks making money, each one of them being managed. And again, 16% from just May the 19th. So let's jump into VectorVest and see what we did. All right, I've got VectorVest 7 open. Next place I'm going to stop is going to be the Portfolios tab. That's where the competition is going to take place. So I'm going to go right up to the Portfolios tab. In here, you're going to see that I've got a lot of tests that I've put together, but I'm going to highlight the trading system that's been most effective. Here again, and now you can see it ticking live, is the same one that I showed you on the very first slide. And it's the 5-stock Combo 1 timing list in a day trading mode in the Derby with an all price and volume filter. And you can see that again, it's up nearly 12%. Again, we're only using $2,000 per trade. You'll see that here in a bit. And it's really, really done famously well. Here again is the second one that I showed you. And it ticked down a little bit. It's up only 5.93. Can't get too upset about that. Again, that's just in a short little while, a little over a month. If we look at the final one here, again, up 15%, pulling back just a touch. But you can see, every little equity curve is going to pull back from time to time. This thing has really performed well. So let's talk a little bit about the settings and what we've put together. First thing that I want to highlight, if I come right up into the Genius section, up here in the top right corner of the platform, I'm going to click right on this Edit button. That allows me to edit the trading system that I put together, and for purposes of this demonstration, show you what I did. Over on the left, the first decision is going to be market timing. Now, we have a brand new timing list that we published out to VectorVest subscribers called DTI Combo 1. Of course, it's only available to Derby subscribers. It is an intraday timing model where signals are populated throughout the course of a trading session. Whenever we got a bullish signal from DTI Combo 1, I went about buying stocks long from the Derby and the day trading mode. More on that in a little bit. We did set a 10% target gain or a 4% loss as the way to manage the stocks once we entered. We did try to maintain at least 5 positions in the portfolio, and we did automatically replace closed positions if the timing rules were in place. On the short side, it was the same thing, except we'd sold short the top Derby strategy from the day trading mode, used the same way to manage 10% target, 4% loss, and we tried to maintain the 5 positions here as well. And we would automatically replace positions if the bearish combo timing rules were in place. We continue across. When we enter into a neutral situation where the timing rules are not being met, we would simply take no action. Perhaps the best way for me to illustrate this to you and also walk through a little bit of insight on how the competition is going to be geared and set up, let me just go ahead and create a new one from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, move over to the left, and in the portfolios window over here, click on New. And we'll call this Competition. As we mentioned, and a lot of this hopefully will be hard-coded for the entries, you'll find one of these in your portfolios if you're eligible, in the Portfolios tab, if you're eligible for the competition. It'll be a $50,000 portfolio. We're going to manage things on a per-share basis at just a penny per share. Very closely mimicking, not exactly to the T, but very closely to the IB commission structure. We're not going to be using margin or therefore accounting for interest. So I'll simply click on OK. From here, once you have a portfolio created, here's where your ingenuity and your insight can become valuable to everyone. Not only are we giving away great prizes throughout the course of this competition with the 3 prizes at the end, also our hope and our main goal here is to develop some top-notch trading systems as a result of this competition that we can include in the platform and that eventually you'll be able to hook right to a brokerage. And that's where everybody becomes a winner. So let's talk about that. Here's where we want you to get creative. What I'm going to do is come up to the top right, and click on Edit. Incidentally, this is also where the training is really going to come into play. So when we talk about the boot camp training sessions, we're going to spend a lot of time in this genius area of the portfolios. Okay? And what I want to do is just build one out with you. So you can select an existing trading system, but again, because of the rules of this competition, we're going to be dealing with derby selections. You're going to want to build a custom trading system. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and click the button, Build Custom Trading System. First thing that you decide upon is going to be market timing. Now for purposes of the competition, we're going to leave this wide open. If you want to use confirmed calls, great. No timing, great. If you want to use the intraday DTI Combo 1, that's going to be available as well. That's the one that I decided to use. So I'll come over here to the right, change it over to DTI Combo 1. Now this is a very interesting timing system, as I mentioned, and I feel I should take some time just to highlight this really quick. All right, so for Derby subscribers, we've come up with an intraday timing model, and it is awesome. First thing you see for an up situation, our DTI bullish bar, okay, needs to be above 1.4 at 9:35 in order to get an up signal. Only 1.3 at 9:45, so a little bit more lenient, and 1.2 at 10 o'clock. A down signal is just the opposite when the bearish bar of the two bars hits the same metrics over the same time intervals. So we'll go long or short accordingly, and you can flip from a bullish DTI criterion to a bearish in the same trading session. That of course is possible. A neutral signal is going to be given at all other times. Okay. There's also a new section down here, guys. I'm not sure how many are truly familiar with this yet. I didn't use it in my current trading system, but you do have the ability to use a purchasing window. So if you're somebody that wants to trade only after 10 o'clock, get some amateur hour out of the way, for example, you're going to be allowed to do that for purposes of this competition as well. So you can say, I'm only going to purchase stocks between a certain set of time throughout a trading session. You can also close positions at the end of that window, even near the close, if that's something that you'd like to try to do as well. Okay, I didn't use that in my particular one, but that opens up a whole new gamut of potential ways that you can trade using the Derby. So the main decision here was DTI Combo 1. Next, I went to Automation Rules Up, and from here, here's where this becomes very important as well. You're going to fill from Derby. This is mandatory. So I'm going to click on the Fill from Derby button, and that opens things up to where I'm going to have some settings that I've got to decide from. And this again is where the training is going to become very important. Right? So as we get into this, the first decision to make is the type of analysis mode. I did in fact use day trading. And day trading looks at cumulative performance of strategies over a certain number of trading days. So from open of the market to close of the market, for example, each strategy, which one has done the best 3 trading days in a row is what I decided to do. By knocking that down from 5 to 3, I did see a little bit of benefit so far, but again, who knows? You guys may stumble across something even better. As we go through these settings, I simply left things at all in all. Found that to be, did do some testing with all the other different filters there, found that to be the best for me so far. Minimum of 10 stocks to be found by the search, I did have selected, and I also used 70% winning positions in the portfolio. For my sort order, I left it with the original sort order from the search. Okay, that's going to be an important setting there. Some of you may wish to go through with ROI. More of that in the training as we get into it next week. If we come back up here to the top, simply on stop criteria, I went to percent gain loss, set the target gain as we mentioned to 10, the loss to 4, and we can move on into more settings. In more settings, I tried to maintain 5. I did automatically replace closed position. I did not limit the number of positions opened in a single day. And this becomes an important setting, at least to my system. And that is, do not close any open position entering into this situation. Just leave them open. If it takes them 3 months to hit the target gain, it takes them 3 months. If it takes them 10 minutes, it takes them 10 minutes. So don't close anything on a situation change. Again, that's why you can see some value in the training that we're going to provide. Okay, if we come down here a little bit further, on my initial one, I invested a fixed amount, $2,000 per position. Some traders may wish to do that. On subsequent tests, the ones that are really kicking right now, I invested all buying power available, as I'm now more sure that the trading system is solid. And for purposes of the competition, not a bad way to think about going. If I continue down a little bit further, this was also an important setting for me. Don't repurchase the same stock I sell, since I'm going to be managing stocks and trading in the middle of the day, even on situation changes. Don't repurchase the same stock until the next day. So it simply says, don't repurchase the same stock for 1 day after sale. And I did have this selected, although I'm not sure how important that really is going to become. I did set the maximum percent of stocks average volume to 2%. And on the short side, guys, it's really the same. We just come down to automation rules for down. This is when the bearish bar comes into play. And so all we did was fill from Derby, leave it on day trading mode. You can see there's other options available. We'll get into those in the training. I did set it to 3, set the entry price just as it is to market open, all filter, and all I did was add the 70%. And again, original sort order. So from here, stop criteria 10-4. And under more settings, 5 positions, automatically replace, don't limit, don't close any open position, invest all buying power, don't repurchase the same stock for 1 day after sale, and 2%. And that's really all there is to it. All I'm going to do is click finish at the bottom and save it up. And then this is how you could get some testing going on your own. Now, it's important for me to mention at this time, and I should have mentioned earlier, you are not going to be able to mimic my exact settings for the competition. I'm going to have my own entry in there, and it's going to be the same settings that you just saw. Your goal is to try to beat it. What you can see now is this is going ahead and starting to spin because it's looking for a bull or bear situation. Right now it's neutral. So you can see it's automated, the automation is enabled, but it's not going to trade until the timing says it's okay to do so. And then it'll make the appropriate trades for you. So let me talk a little bit about the DTI timer, since it's new to everyone, and also why we're not trading on a current basis. All right, so what I'm going to do is go right over to the Derby tab. So this is the Derby, guys. For those of you that may not be familiar with the Derby, in teaching seminars and events across the world now in the last, I guess 15 years or so now, one of the more popular questions has always been, what's the best strategy? Well, the Derby aims to provide that solution on what is the best strategy. It tells you what's the best right now at any given moment. And so you can see at the top right now is marijuana stocks. They're having a good day today. Okay. Ballistic new highs shortly thereafter, but you got some searches in here that look at high market capitalization, low cap stocks, high growth, bottom fishers, contra ETFs, and whatever's most appropriate goes right to the top. Okay, so that's how what we're doing is positioning where we're going to buy stocks from. And what I did again was day trading mode with a 3-day window. And my search that I'd be favoring right now, if the conditions were met to enter, would be Murphy's Law. This has been the most robust strategy over the last 3 days. If you click the bar, you can see the equity curve. It's made money each day. Made 1.11% the first day, and from 1.11 to 3.26. So 2.15 the next day, and made money even today on current conditions. There's going to be a lot of training involved on getting you guys familiar, not only with the Derby, but also all these different analysis modes. Okay, but that's what I did. Down here below the settings box, which you can see here, oh, we had to have the 70% winners too. So let me just dial that in. Still Murphy's Law. Okay, now over here on the left, below the settings box, here's the DTI timer. It is actually functioning in real time right now. You can see that there's a 0 to 2 scale. Both bars are below 1, so there's not a timing condition being met. Remember, our rules were 1.4 for either side at 9:35, 1.3 at 9:45, 1.2 at 10 o'clock. Okay, so clearly we're not anywhere near signal on a current basis. Today happens to be quadruple witching, so this is not all that shocking to me. All right, if we click on anywhere on this Derby timing indicator window, it's going to open up a market timing graph, and you can observe what's happened to the VectorVest composite throughout the trading session. You can see there's been some volatility, which is typical for a quadruple witching trading session. On the bottom, you can see that there's been some interaction between the bull and bear lines throughout the session. So while the bull line came into favor early, or second, I guess, to the bear line even earlier at 9:44, at 9:44, it was only at 1.10. Okay, so it never quite met the trigger at that point of being at least 1.4, right? Even on the next minute at 1.35, it's not going to meet that criteria. Same with the bull line as it came out of the box and started to gain steam right before 10 o'clock. Only got up to 1.06. And so throughout the session, you can see here that even on this point earlier in the session, you wouldn't have traded today because it only got to 1.1, not to 1.2 or above after 10 o'clock. Okay, so today you're kind of waiting, which is a good thing. There's value in that. It's keeping you out of harm's way today. More importantly for us, you can see neither condition is clearly being met on a current basis when I turned the portfolio on. All right, now that portfolio automation is going to work the same way for our end of day signals as well. If you choose confirm calls, it's going to look to see what situation you're in. All right, so one of the things that I can do, just quickly go up to the timing graph, pull that back up for you outside of the Derby mode, and we can see, we're in a confirmed up right now. So if you choose confirmed up and we did the same automation but changed the timing list to this one, we would be buying from the Derby right now. Okay, so that's going to be part of your decision. You can see there's going to be a whole list of things to consider, and that's why this training is going to be so critical, not just to Derby subscribers, but also to all of you out there who are interested in automating what you do. So whether you're most concerned about a retirement account, or you're most concerned about capital appreciation, or maybe you got a couple of different portfolios going on at the same time, we're going to give you the training you need to make your life a lot easier and automate the bulk of what you do. Hey, listen, I'm a cherry picker too. I like to have my own couple of stocks that I trade based upon what I see and so forth. But automating the majority of what you do is the way to go. What I'm going to do now is just close this out. So listen, guys, I'm just going to say this. If you want to take control of your trading accounts, if you want to turn things around, now's the time to do it. Now you have an opportunity, in my view, of a lifetime to go ahead and go to VectorVest.com, try Derby. You're going to get 30 days to the real time and Derby for only 29 bucks. If you're already a real-time subscriber, we're going to go ahead and give it to you for free, and you just go to the same website and fill it out. On top of that, guys, this training is going to be instrumental for everyone because future competitions will not even have the Derby as a requirement. And so the training, again, is going to be good for everyone. And as the competitions get bigger, so are the payouts going to get bigger. So again, guys, take control. Go ahead and go to this website. Let's get you going. And always bear in mind, whether you decide to take us up on this offer or not, the training is going to be free. And let me take you back to that website one more time. All of these training sessions are going to be archived right here, www.vectorvest.com/bootcamp. So let's get a quick look at what you might expect from this website. I'm just going to go ahead and bring open a browser, vectorvest.com/bootcamp. It's going to bring you to a nice little page. You're going to have my video in here. You're also going to have some nice introductory videos, videos on using the Genius, videos on protecting profits using the Genius, and also the DTI that I covered briefly is covered a little bit more comprehensively there. There's also going to be a complete archive down here below starting Monday, June the 19th, for every training session that we do from now until August 1st. Do yourself a favor, get to this website, get the training that you deserve, and let's get you going. Let's start making some money in the market, and let's put together some top-notch trading systems that we can all take advantage of. So I leave you again with just a special offer. To take full advantage and the best advantage of this situation, get yourself the real-time product and the Derby trial. Go to VectorVest.com, try Derby. You're not going to regret it. Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. We'll see you right back here next week at VectorVest University. Bye now.